Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be graphing a few functions using transformations. So let's just jump right into it. Whenever you're graphing any function using any transformation, what you want to do is you want to identify your starting function. So the function that you'll be doing the transformations on, and that's going to be the absolute value of x in our case. I'm just going to call it g of x equals the absolute value of x. So in your textbook, you have just a list of functions that you're going to be doing transformations on. For example, you will have the reciprocal function, the square function, square root function, and so on. You'll have the absolute value function as one of them. So I chose the absolute value function because we have an absolute value in our f of x. Absolute value symbol right here. So it matches this one. All right, so then you're going to want to choose some key points. So I'm just going to choose -1, 0, and 1, just small, easy numbers to deal with. This is also in your textbook. So g of -1 is the absolute value of -1, which is 1. G of 0, the absolute value of 0 is 0. And g of 1, the absolute value of 1 is 1. Okay, then what I like to do is to rewrite the function that I'm actually going to need to find the graph for. And in the middle, I will write the arithmetic that will help us do our transformation. So if we look at the original, the starting function, and we just plot the points and take a look at that function. So the absolute value function, those points connect in the shape of a V. So we look at the x value, and from this x to this x, we multiply them by -1. That means we did a reflection about the y-axis, right? We did a horizontal reflection. And then our absolute value, our y, from this y to here, when we bring it over here, we subtract 1. So we did a vertical shift down 1. So again, if we look at our x's, we're going to multiply them by -1. Look at the difference from this x to this x, and namely the arithmetic that's being done to it. So we multiply by -1. And then g of x is just function notation for y. So y is the absolute value of x. So we, from this y to this y, we subtract 1. Okay. So again, we're going to take the starting function and we're going to reflect it about the y-axis, and we're going to do a vertical shift down 1 unit. So to all our x values, we're going to multiply by -1. So -1 times -1 is 1. 0 times -1 is 0. And 1 times -1 is -1. And to all our y values, we'll subtract 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 1 is -1. And 1 minus 1 is 0. And then we'll go ahead and put those points down, and we get 1, 0, 0, -1, and -1, 0. So if you look at our new graph now, you can see that our x values became opposite, right? They're the opposite of what they were. So from here, from -1 to 1, and 1, we have -1. And we took the entire, that's a reflection, a horizontal reflection, and then we took the entire graph and shifted it down 1 unit. Okay, so this is the answer. This is right here is the graph of this function using transformations. And that's it. That's all you do. You just identify your starting function and some key points, the transformations, do the arithmetic, and plot your points. Okay, let's do another one. So again, our starting function is going to be the square root of x this time, because we have a square root in our problem here, and we'll choose some key points, just small numbers. So square root of 0, so g of 0 is the square root of 0, which is 0, g of 1 is the square root of 1, which is 1, and g of 4 is the square root of 4, which is 2. And then we'll go ahead and rewrite function with its chart, where we're going to put the arithmetic to help us with our transformation. So we look at this function of 0, 0, 1, 1, or 2. So these dots for a square root function, the points connect like this in this shape. So from here to here, our x's got multiplied by -1. And then g of x is y. Y is the square root of x. So from here to here, we added 2. So we add 2 to y. So since we multiply our x's by a -1, that means we do a reflection about the y-axis, so horizontal reflection. So instead of pointing right, it's going to point left. And then we add a 2, so that means we're going to do a vertical shift up 2 units. So let's see, let's go ahead and multiply our x's by -1. So 0 times -1 is 0, 1 times -1 is -1, and 4 times -1 is -4. And then we'll add 2 to all our y values. 0 plus 2 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 2 plus 2 is 4. And then we will go ahead and plot these points. And then we'll connect the dots. Okay, so this is the answer. You're done. This is your graph right here. This is this graph, the graph of this function using transformations. So if we look at our starting function, you see that instead of pointing right, it now points left because we did that reflection, that horizontal reflection about the y-axis, and then we took the graph and shifted it up 2. So yeah, if you follow the point 0, 0, you can clearly see that it went up 2 right here. And then of course, instead of pointing right, it now points left. Okay, that is all I have for now. I hope this helped. Please check out my other videos. I have many other videos on different topics, different math topics, including more videos on this one. So make sure you go check those out. And